say what you mean in 2019. That's the slogan. Say what you mean in 2019. So happy December, everyone. Okay, I had to come in and do a video, and I'm gonna do my makeup because I'm experimenting. I'm really getting into it, and you all, I hope you love it. It's like a green look. We're just gonna go with the flow and just, you know, step out of the box. So again, happy December, and this is the month where we prep ourselves for 2019. You guys see the title. Are you buying your own engagement ring? I need to know. Okay, I need someone to tell me, is this the expectation? Are women just expected to, you know, do it all, basically? Like, for what reason would you agree to purchase your own engagement ring? Like, what would bring you to that point? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't realize how real this was until one of my own said that she would buy her engagement ring. All she needed was for her man to just get down on one knee and propose. That was it, and she would get the ring. And literally, my sister has been telling me about this trend, and I have been like, honestly, I'm like, you're lying. Like, this is not a thing. But it's so real. And I did a Q&A last night on Instagram. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram. It's lit. But this young lady, she disclosed that essentially, you know, she wanted to get married, and she basically did everything. She went and got her own ring, and, you know, her man just gave it to her. So please, can we talk more about this? And you guys know, when I am, you know, defining my brow, I use the Kevin Aquan Sensual Skin Enhancer to get it all together. And this is in the shade SX08. Now I'm gonna go into the Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air palette, and I'm gonna be using a transition color. So yeah, I did not realize this was the trend, and I think we're in a new day and age, especially with Black women, where we are in a position where we can provide for ourselves. We're doing well for ourselves. We're doing better than well. We're doing exceptionally well. And I still believe that Black women, Black people in general, but we have to work twice as hard to even get half of the respect that our counterparts get. And we're oftentimes overqualified, but we still don't get that respect. And I believe that sometimes why, and I'm just being blunt here, and this is no shade, this is something that I've thought about. Sometimes white women, Caucasian women provide access, and that is, to some men of our community, that is more valuable than a woman who is accomplished, who has her master's, her PhD, her, you know what I'm saying, who's doing the damn thing. I guess sometimes white privilege, a white mate provides you access that, you know, your own sister cannot. And then what are your thoughts on Black love? Like, are you here for it? Is it something that you are generally like against, or are you just like pro love and you feel like it just needs to be a love vibe? Now I'm going in with the Urban Decay Vice palette, and I'm using the color Dragon, which is like a shimmery green. This is not the full effect of what I want to give, but, you know, I don't buy a lot of eyeshadow palettes because I don't like excess. Is anybody else like that? I'm trying to have better habits in 2019. I'm also going in with this darker green color from the Comfort Zone palette by Wet n Wild, because I need to kind of tone down this super bright green. It's okay if it's a little messy because we're gonna blend for our lives later. But I have so many young ladies who are single, who follow me, and who are definitely in a position where they're ready for love, they're looking for a mate, and it will come. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put yourself in different spaces. Like, it can be tough. Like, you can do it, but don't think that you can navigate, you know, being single by doing everything that you've been doing. It's okay to open yourself up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going in with that transition shade from earlier because honey, we went heavy. We went heavy on the green. So next I'm going in with my Inglot AMC eyeliner gel, and I use this as a base. I'm not yet into the P. Louise base, but I'm gonna get into that. And this is in the shade 94. And I'm just gonna start cutting my crease. But you guys know I like to put a little bit right on the mobile lid and then look up. This will help you to define your crease so you don't go too low, you go just high enough, and you really maximize the mobile lid space. It's so important, like if you're single, navigating new spaces, go to meetup.com, try Eventbrite, go to, you know, speed dating events and mixers, try rooftop lounges. Like, frequent the places where you can find people who have general interests that are similar to yours. Are you really trying to go to a bar, sis? Like, and then what are you dating for? Like, what's the purpose of you dating? Are you dating casually because you're just trying to get yours, which is absolutely nothing wrong with that? Or are you dating to find a mate? And I think when you are dating, you have to be very comfortable with walking away from a person when they exhibit signs that you don't like. I think sometimes we think we have to stick around and give someone the benefit of the doubt because that's the nice thing to do. But nice for what? Why are we trying to be nice? You know, you have to, of course, extend courtesy and respect. But if someone is doing something that you don't like, honey, move beyond it, like, for real. And I'm trying to really instill within the girls who follow me on Instagram, or just anyone, because there are dudes who follow me and we go at it. I want the girls to be comfortable receiving gifts, men who are willing to provide and take the steps to show you that they're willing to provide for you because your well-being is of the utmost importance. Or just anyone, not just men. Like, get comfortable with people who are about that life. And I'm not saying that from like a gold digger perspective, because people love to put that spin on it. But it's important to know that your mate understands the dynamic of providing for you and they understand your value. My sister was telling me she does not believe that men should extract free labor from women. So the mere act of you getting dressed and going out, you know, how much time does it take you to beat your face? You know, how much work do you have to put into making yourself, you know, presentable in any capacity that you deem necessary to go on a date? Like, consider all of those things. And setting the tone high. Like, if you don't like Applebee's, you do not have to kind of succumb to eating at Applebee's. That's not the requirement. If you want Chilean sea bass, that used to be my thing until I gave it all up. You know, I'm vegetarian now, but if Chilean sea bass or filet mignon is your thing, why are we dancing around and doing something that we really don't like to give this person the benefit of the doubt, and they may not even be in our lives like a year from now? Because honestly, that's really what be happening. Like, I realized, I'm like, yo, I used to be very stupid in that, oh, you know what, I don't want him to think that, you know, I'm just after him for money, or, you know, that I have wrong motives. But if you like something and you want a certain quality of living and you believe that you deserve it, who am I or anyone else to tell you that you can't require that of someone else? So I'm going in with this AMC pigment by Inglot, and it's in the number 84. It's a nice kind of duo-toned greenish brown. It's so beautiful. And I'm just also going to wet my brush when applying that so it has that metallic feel. And I'm also going in with the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife Highlighter in the inner tear duct. Okay, so I did my eyes, and now I'm going in with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Primer. And I like this. It has an interesting smell, I will say that. But I want more women to feel completely whole in themselves. No matter how long you've been single, you are of value. I'm telling all of my queens to start writing themselves little love letters, tuck them into your pocketbooks, your the coats of your, the pockets of your coats, your jeans, so you find them and you can read them. Remind yourself, you got the juice. You do not have to, your worth is not contingent upon your attachment to a person. And I want you to find your value, outside of someone else. And, I think that's where true success really comes in. And, you know what? I'm going to have stuff annotated because I just want to flow through and not have to mention stuff. But I think we're definitely in a different time. And if you believe that you want to stay abstinent, if you're celibate, and you want to wait till marriage, those options are definitely available to you. But understand how you want to define dating for yourself in 2019, because everyone is playing by their own rules. And I think that it's important to understand, keep your standards where they are. Those are things you don't compromise on. These are requirements, things that you believe you deserve. And if you believe it's important, then it matters. And I think staying honest with yourself about that and not wavering just for the sake of having a person. I know my base is crazy. Give me like 2 seconds. And I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte foundation. I watched Makeup Shayla and she recommended it, so I got the Pro Matte version in Classic Tan. I wore it yesterday. We'll see. It's like medium coverage. I really like full coverage. I'm just a full coverage queen. But yeah, dating in 2019 is going to be different. And I was watching Kev on stage and he talked about how women change their standards the longer that they're single. Maybe I'll link that video if I remember it, but I think it's important to adjust your standards based on where you are. Are kids a deal breaker? Understand that sometimes the likelihood of finding a mate who does not have children, it kind of, in some cases, it decreases, with age, because the older you get, people have kids. Do you want someone who's divorced? Like, do you want someone who, do you want to deal with that whole baby mama drama? Like, what is it? Because some people are not I'm gonna tell you right now, it was never for me. I don't even want to think about kids right now. I'm 27 and I know people think that you need to be in love and want kids or something, and I do want kids, but honey, I'm focused. And not saying kids will cause you to lose your focus, but I want me to be a bit more together before I bring children into the world. And I really want to focus on having a very healthy union. I know what unhealthy unions look like all too well. And I'll talk more about that, girl, because it's clearly real. And next I'm going to go in with the Cover FX Power Play Concealer in G Medium 3. And I'm just going to apply this right under the eyes. I said I wasn't going to mention it, and I'm mentioning it. But yes, standards are things that do not get compromised in order to salvage a relationship. But understand that relationships are a compromise. And big energy for 2019. Stop repeating yourself. Oh my God, they heard you the first time. You just like repeating yourself. They will only do what you allow. And stop telling people what you're gonna do if they don't do what you want them to do, because oftentimes when you're telling someone what you're not gonna do, you typically will not do that. You'll do the opposite. You'll stay. So and I know that life. Like, you talk more with your actions, like, because words mean nothing. I don't think talking somebody to death is worth it. Like, that to me, that's unfair. Like, and then the whole nagging or like kind of laying into your partner, letting them know like, you need to do this, if you don't then it's a wrap. Oh, like, to me, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. That's not healthy, because it exhausts you and it exhausts them. And how is that even fair? I can't even find. It's not fair. It's not fair for you. It's not fair for you to exhaust yourself and to exhaust your partner, because I'm telling you, somebody's going to get exhausted. It just happens. So say what you mean and watch people's actions. Say what you mean and watch how people respond to the things that you want. Pray on it, write it down, journal about it, talk to your therapist. Are you being irrational? Are these, are these concerns warranted? Are these something that your partner should definitely consider? And also, do you want to carry your relationship in 2019 financially, emotionally? Do you want to be the backbone? Do you believe that you have to be the backbone of your relationship in order to make it work? Do you have to be at the forefront? Do you want to be the breadwinner? Like, so many things to consider as you walk into 2019. And it's not about saying what you won't tolerate. Being comfortable with walking away with any situation that does not serve you. Like, that's the thing. People so afraid to walk away. And you have every right to walk away if you so choose. You are not obligated to stay in a situation. And people love to say, oh, we have kids. I wish my parents would have separated so much sooner than they did. I was in college when they finally separated. You can sometimes do more damage trying to stay in a relationship than you think. Your kids will be fine. Open the doors of counseling. Like, there's more ways to help your children adjust to the transition, and get counseling for you and your partner, so you two can learn how to operate within that space. Oh, this video is like going to be all over the place because I just be having thoughts. But honey, say what you mean in 2019. That's the slogan. Say what you mean in 2019. So you guys are going to see me finish the rest of my makeup, doing the contour, wiping away the powder, doing my waterline, and lashes, eyeliner, lipstick, highlight, all of that stuff. So you guys can get into it and let me know in the comment section, because I want to know. I want y'all to talk to me and kiki in these comments, okay? What are some of your standards or some of your requirements when you're dating, okay? I want us to advise each other, and don't be afraid to ask like, can you elaborate? I want you guys to kiki in that manner. This is my throw and go wig. It's like my on the run wig. So if I ever just need to run out, this is the unit that I wear, because it's super easy and low maintenance. But this is the finished look, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. And let me know what topic you guys would like me to talk about in my next girl talk or a word and the beat, because I'm gonna give you a word and I'm gonna show you how to beat. Be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Let's kiki in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.